Hello guys, I am continuing my a-ha album journey today, and I have arrived at East of the Sun, West of the Moon, and I most definitely had to look at the title about 3 times before starting this video to make sure I didn't say it incorrectly. I think I nailed it. Anywho, I am ready to get right into this, finally entering the era of 90s a-ha, and on that note, if you'd like to see the full-length version of this video, you can do so on my Patreon, which is linked in the description. Alright, Crying in the Rain, which I have of course heard and love. By the way, forgot to mention, Max looks incredibly hot on the album cover. Just saying.
Definitely gay.
I've got my pride and I know how to hide all my sorrow and pain. I'll do my crying in the rain.
That 3-part harmony is still one of the most gorgeous things I've ever heard.
Since we're not together, I pray for stormy weather to hide these tears I hope you'll never see. Someday when my crying's done, I'm gonna wear a smile and walk in the sun. I may be a fool, but till then, darling, you'll never see me complain.
I'm realizing I still have not heard the original version of Crying in the Rain, so I should probably do that, because I have no clue how similar it is to the original. What I do know is that it's a very well-written song, and what they did with that vocal arrangement is legendary. It's been ages since I first heard the song with you all, and I have not gotten over it. And speaking of a-ha songs I haven't gotten over, next up is Early Morning. Immediately puts me in the mood. Not that mood. I just meant a good mood. I'm gonna shut up. Also, insane guitar work on this track. Love it just as much as Crying in the Rain, and I was quite shocked when I pulled this album up earlier today to go over the track list and realized that those are the first 2 tracks on the album. Getting 2 of my favorites back to back is just beautiful. Also, could not forget to mention the amazing bass line throughout that song. It's what drives the entire track. But the track is mixed in such an interesting way, it allows the bass to drive the song without overpowering everything else. And next up, I Call Your Name, which I have also heard, and also enjoy very much. There's never a bad time to throw in a saxophone, if you ask me.
We got married on a cold midwinter's morning. We said our lines and kissed, and it was over. And beat the isolation. But in that gentle dark, man, we tore us ourselves apart.
Great bass again. Oh, that lyric kind of says it all. Firstly, the chorus is still my favorite part of that song by far, but my second favorite part is that they didn't just give us one saxophone solo. It was distributed pretty evenly throughout the song, and every time it returned, it gave me such a nice feeling, which was a nice contrast to the lyrical content, which did not give me such a nice feeling. There was a sense of longing and loss in the lyrics that I felt was greatly complemented by the vocal performance. And next up, Slender Frame, something I no longer have, but I'm trying to get back. I'm already liking this vibe.
Your coat is hanging loosely on your slender frame. One moonless night we'll make it right and vanish in the dark of night. Pack up your things and go. Run down the road, don't take it slow. Pack up your things today and run away. You run away. Take a look around and see what's breaking you is breaking me. One moonless night we'll make it right.
Not to be too on the nose, but with the way that chorus picked up each time, it made me feel like I was running away. Like I said, that track got progressively better for me. Really enjoyed the chorus, but my goodness, that instrumental break. There was so much going on with it, but it all made sense and it was a fresh breath of air before the final chorus. Alright, next up, East of the Sun. I suppose this would be the title track? Kinda, sorta. I'll see.
Money talks and hey, I'm listening. I live without it, enough to miss it, yeah. Where I'm going, I'll get there soon. East of the sun and west of the moon.
I'm getting some folk vibes from this track.
Here inside me, deep and hollow, the sound and other sound to follow. Another break before the moon. East of the sun and west of the moon. Never gonna get no better, babe. The desert
Well, first of all, I'm pretty sure I heard 2 key changes, unless my ears are failing me. But either way, I did not see that coming, and I'm so glad it happened, because it allowed the song to just skyrocket. And I could not get enough of the instrumentation gradually building with Morten just crooning his heart out. One thing I found really cool was toward the end of the song, where it sounded to me like he was purposely singing without enunciating properly, but it added to the emotion of the song. As for the lyrical content, I am going to have to give it a re-listen, because I was quite distracted by everything that was going on sonically. Next up, Sycamore Leaves, another one of my AHA favorites.
Sycamore leaves. Wet browns, late September, and I could never make it. I could never see. I could never break out and shake its grip from me.
By the way, this is another completely different vocal style that we are getting from Morten.
I could never make it. I could never see. I could never break out and shake its grip from me.
That song is incredibly fun to listen to. In a way, I feel like they created that song for live performances, because with the instrumentation being such a huge focus, it opens the floodgates for them to go wild, which they did do in that one live performance that I'm remembering. Next up, Waiting for Her.
Waiting for her. That's all I ever do.
Okay, can't lie, I was expecting a 90s house beat for a second, just based on that intro, but oh, okay.
We never had the brains we should have had. She leaves me standing out in the rain. Oh yeah. Send her my love. She's all I
Those keys are so pretty. Also, I feel like a lot of this album has been about a romantic relationship gone awry.
she's sleeping by my side.
What I loved the most about Waiting for Her on my initial listen is that it's a sad song lyrically with very optimistic sounding instrumentation. I love that juxtaposition, and that's why I've always loved songs that go that route. Also, I feel like that track is very well placed within the album because it comes after a bunch of songs that address a relationship gone awry, and in Waiting for Her, it's just dwelling on all the what ifs. So it feels like there's a progression happening, even if this isn't meant to be a cohesive storyline. And lastly, just want to reiterate how much I loved the sound of that piano. Alright, Cold River.
I took a ride in an automobile. Pushed my hands out against the wheel. Cold river, she took me down, down. Cold river, she took my pride. Run so deep, so it runs so deep.
Yes, 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 yes. In my mind, Cold River is the perfect B-side to Sycamore Leaves because I love both of those songs for the exact same reasons. However, with Cold River, Morton's vocal was much more of a factor for me. I loved hearing him sing with that grit. That said, the instrumentation was clearly the showstopper here. Feel free to disagree, of course, but for me, the instrumentation just... I got nothing. Comparing someone to a very deep, Cold River is pretty darn bold, if you ask me. And it paints a picture in my head of a very attractive and manipulative person. Don't think I'd want any part of that. But gosh, do I love the song. Alright, next up, The Way We Talk.
Was this problem always there?
This feels like psychedelic jazz. I didn't know that was a thing until now. That was a really cool interlude. With that vocal effect, it felt to me like a drunk voicemail, and I don't know if that's what they were going for, but that's what I got, and it makes sense to me, especially after tracks like Waiting for Her and Cold River. Short, sweet, and to the point. I liked it. Rolling Thunder. Okay, I thought I was losing my mind for a second. This is indeed picking up from Crying in the Rain.
It's the waves below us and our fate before us. The rain seems falling, and I don't know how long it will be until the storm is over. I'll wait, I will. So many lifetimes waiting for it, all through the good times. When you try to ignore it, hesitate, it's come too late. Hear the sound of the wheels again. But I wait, yes I will.
Okay, there were a lot of things I really enjoyed about Rolling Thunder. However, I wasn't crazy about it melodically on my initial listen, and part of it may be that it's so similar to Crying in the Rain, which, again, I'm almost certain was intentional. But yeah, I love Crying in the Rain so much that maybe them expanding upon the sound is something I just wasn't prepared for. I thought it was a great song. I just didn't connect with it as much as some of the others. I'm very interested to see if it grows on me. And with that, we have the final track, Seemingly Nonstop July.
Yeah.
Walking by strangers, stranger than me. We talk of the future between you and me. It's hard to conceive it all comes to an end. A joke when it's funny, well, I laugh and pretend.
Endless pain or endless pleasure. Endless pain or endless pleasure.
I actually enjoyed that song quite a bit. I thought it was a great closer, and it feels quite fitting to end the album on a somber note, even though it started on a somber note. I feel like in tone, it's a sad album overall, and that's perfectly fine. My question for you all is, was all of this heartbreak personal to one or all of them at the time? Or were they just inspired to write an album about a relationship gone awry? One thing that jumps out to me immediately is how much this album incorporates electric guitar. That was a wonderful surprise, and I'm assuming I have Paul to thank for all of those great moments. Guys, I'm going to be honest, I am still looking at the album page on Spotify, and I cannot take my eyes off of Mags.
Here we go again.
He just looks so good on the album cover. Alright, Bryson, enough with the thirstiness. Just to give you guys an idea of where I'm at, I'd say my favorite album so far is still Scoundrel Days, and my favorite after that would be Stay on These Roads. But it's hard for me to say that with certainty. I just need more time with this album to really sort out how I feel about it, because some of my favorite a-ha tracks are on this album. That said, my favorites are Crying in the Rain, Early Morning, I Call Your Name, Slender Frame, East of the Sun, Sycamore Leaves, Waiting for Her, Cold River, The Way We Talk, and Seemingly Nonstop July. And my current top 3 would be Crying in the Rain, Early Morning, and East of the Sun. I think that's enough rambling from me, so guys, let me know your overall thoughts on this album and your top 3 tracks. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!